Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you to the eighth thematic training within the IaaS4DR project. My name is Tomáš Pavlik, and I'll be facilitating this event. Today, today's session focuses on infrastructure and collaboration opportunities. So we will explore how innovation spaces from university labs to technology parks can foster partnerships and strengthen innovation ecosystems. So you'll hear inspiring examples from Košice, Slovenia, Hungary, or Austria that may serve as valuable models for your own regions, for your own activities. This session, as you may know, will last approximately 3 hours, and we'll hear from 4 speakers in total. To make sure you have a chance to take a short break, we'll break for 5 minutes in the middle, right after the first 2 presentations. And throughout the event, feel free to leave your questions in the chat at any time. After each presentation, there will be also an opportunity to ask your question directly in a more traditional way, like unmuting your microphone. I think I covered everything important for now, so let's get started. Please welcome our first speakers, Silvia Ketzler and Martin Dobler from Vorarlberg University of Applied Sciences on the topic of labs as collaboration spaces. So Silvia and Martin, please, I give you the floor.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'll share my presentation.
Okay.
So you should see it now. Yeah, okay.
Yes, we can see.
So then let's start. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our presentation of labs as collaboration spaces. My name is Silvia, and my colleague Martin, we will do this presentation for you. We both work here in the Business Informatics Research Center, and we would like to introduce you to how we use labs as collaboration spaces here at the University of Applied Sciences in Vorarlberg. So first, I would like to introduce you to the region where we are located and tell you a little bit more about University of Applied Sciences. I will do only a short version of this because I've already done this in the first training. And we would like to add a short theory input about the helix models, as these are the foundation frameworks for our labs. And afterwards, Martin will present labs of the research center to you. So you are very welcome to ask your question about the labs afterwards or during the presentation, that's no problem. So let us first introduce the region in which we operate. That's Vorarlberg in Austria. So Vorarlberg is located in the heart of Europe, in the west of Austria, and we are sharing borders with Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Germany. We have wonderful Alps here and wonderful nature here, a lot of untouched nature here. So we are very central located. That's very good for European travel. And we have urban centers here, but you can't compare this to big cities like Vienna, Innsbruck, or Salzburg. It's more like a lot of small urban centers in a very small space on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's a lot of untouched nature. So we have these both extremes here in Vorarlberg. Our region boasts a strong, historically grown industry, predominantly family-owned enterprises like Zumtobel Lighting, Blum, Rauch, Alpla, or Doppelmayr. You may know them from the ropeways. They sell them worldwide. And startups, the number of startups here in Vorarlberg is rising. But you may have a high chance to meet an inventor here in Vorarlberg because we have the highest rate of inventions in Austria. And the University of Applied Sciences is a very important research partner here in the region. So I try to, yeah, that's the next slide. So the University of Applied Sciences here in Vorarlberg, we are the only University of Applied Sciences in Vorarlberg. And the university was founded in 1994, so we are a very young university. We have 25 study programs in 5 core competences, so business administration, engineering, technology, design, social work, and health. And we have around about 1,600 students and 350 employees work here in research, in administration, and also as lecturers. So it's very important for us to collaborate with different and various institutions and partners here in the region, but also international. And we also have research facilities here, research groups and research centers. What makes us unique as FHV, that's the short version of University of Applied Sciences here, our key elements of our service are that we offer efficient and practice-oriented instruction. The direct connection between research and studies is important for us. We establish an open learning environment and an international learning atmosphere for our students and also for us as researchers. And we are very well aware of the fact that our students are the future leaders of the region. So we are committed to maintain close contacts with industry to ensure that our graduates are well prepared for the job market here in the region. So now let's have a look at collaboration. We would like to give you a little theory input about innovation ecosystems and collaboration models, as these are the foundation and the framework of the work in our labs. So as you can imagine, in today's rapidly changing world, innovation is no longer the result of isolated efforts or a linear process driven solely by science or market forces. So we live in an increasingly interconnected and knowledge-based society, and innovation arises from collaboration between multiple sectors like technology, society, and also environment. And to understand how innovation happens and how it can be guided responsibly, we need to look at how different sectors of society interact with each other. So one way to explore these connections is through the helix models, which are a conceptual framework that describe how different actors contribute to innovation. What are the objectives of this model? To foster collaboration between academia, industry, government, and beyond. To promote knowledge transfer across the institutional boundaries, to enable policy making and strategy development based on a systemic understanding, to explain how different societal sectors contribute to innovation, and to support an inclusive participatory innovation process. So these models reflect a shift from closed, expert-driven innovation towards a more open, participatory, and environmentally conscious system. And originally focused on the collaboration between universities, industry, and government, the models have since evolved to include also voices of civil society and even the environment. So they help us to map the complexity of innovation in modern knowledge-based and sustainability-driven societies. So let's explore the evolution from the triple to the quintuple helix. In the following slides, we will explore each of these models in more detail. So first, we would like to start with the triple helix model. This model describes how innovation emerges from the interaction of 3 key institutional spheres. As you can see here, university, which produces research, knowledge, and skilled human capital. Then the industry, which transforms knowledge into products, services, and economic value. And government, which sets regulations, provides funding, and shapes policy frameworks. So this model emphasizes that innovation is most effective when these actors don't work in isolation, but collaborate closely, often also take on hybrid roles. Key features are that this encourages knowledge transfer and commercialization, and it bridges academic research with real-world applications. Examples of the applications are university industry R&D partnerships or innovation hubs and science parks. So the next model is the quadruple helix model. This model expands the triple helix by introducing a fourth dimension. As you can see here, it's the civil society. This includes also public, non-governmental organizations and NGOs, culture, and media. And this acknowledges that innovation is not only technical and economic, but also social and cultural. And it depends on public discourse, societal values, and public engagement. Key objectives of the quadruple helix are to expand the outlook of innovation, incorporating societal perspectives and values, future and vision, to promote a democratic and user-centered innovation process, ensuring that society shapes the outcome, to encourage socially accepted innovations, and to facilitate the inclusion of creativity and diversity in the innovation processes, as well as to empower citizens as active participants, not just end users. And examples are citizen-driven initiatives and open innovation platforms. And the third model is the quintuple helix model. This model builds upon the previous models by adding a fifth actor, the natural environment. You can see it here in this additional sphere around the whole model. This model emphasizes that innovation cannot be considered solely from a technological or economic perspective, but must also take environmental sustainability and ecological balance into account. So innovation is expected to contribute to sustainable development, addressing global challenges such as climate change, resources, and environmental challenges. Key objectives of the quintuple helix are to align innovation with ecological responsibility and environmental needs, to integrate ecological systems and nature-based solutions into innovation, and to foster the creation of sustainable ecosystems that harmonize technology, society, and the environment, and to embed sustainability as a central principle in innovation processes. Examples are circular economy models or nature-based solutions. So the helix models, triple, quadruple, and quintuple, show how innovation is created through close collaboration between different social actors. Each extension of the model reflects the increasing complexity and the need to address multidimensional challenges. The further development of these models will play an important role in shaping innovations that take both society and the environment into account. And now I would like to hand over to Martin, who will tell you a little bit more about the labs here at the University of Applied Sciences in Vorarlberg, especially here in the Business Informatics Research Center, and how the approaches of the helix models are applied in these labs. So Martin, now it's your turn. I will stop my presentation sharing here. And you can take over.
Well, yes, hello, good morning. Let's see. I think in a second you should be able to see my presentation. I hope that's correct. Okay.
Yes.
I see Silvia nodding her head.
Yes.
And yes, that's correct. Okay, hello, good morning. My name is Martin Dobler. Also from the Vorarlberg University of Applied Sciences here. And I'm the head of one of these three labs here, and for some reason my presentation is forwarding constantly. That's not my doing. Let's see. Is your presentation doing the same, Silvia?
Yes, I can see that it goes forward.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have three laboratories here at the Vorarlberg University of Applied Sciences here. We started getting the funding for these labs like 5 years ago, let's say. And it was a rather long process to get the funding, basically also because those labs, they are located in the Lake Constance region. We have the Germany, Austria, Liechtenstein, and Switzerland, and we are trying to incorporate all the three countries or 4 countries around the Lake Constance there. This is our goal here. So it was a long, laborious process there, especially since we have a lot of partners there, a lot of stakeholders involved. And when we're talking about laboratories, I think it's not necessarily a laboratory in the physical sense, so that you can have a lab, with machinery and other implements there and people's in clothes, running around there. It's more like a association and the connection between people and partner universities, but also industry partners there, which is really counting for us, and which is really the important thing behind these labs there. We have more than 50 partners there from industry and society. We have regular partners which are receiving funding, but we also have partners which are associated partners, so not all of these partners are really there and are getting funding. We have 48 months duration, which gives us a runtime between 2023 and 2026. We're already thinking about extending into 2027 there, and let's see whether we will be able to do that. And each of these labs have around 4 million euros of funding there, whereas the funding rate there is about 60 to 70%, depending on the lab. My lab has 70% funding rate, and the other labs are also between 60 and 70% there. We will talk now briefly about all the 3 labs there. And first of all, the circular lab. The mobility lab is mine. I will talk about that in the last part of the presentation there. And but just briefly about the other 2 labs there as well. We have a circular lab there in our region there, which we are also the lead partner of. And as you might assume, circular lab is about circular economy there, and bringing the circularity into industry and also into the research partners there. I think we all know about the challenges of the circular economy itself, but especially here in our region, I think the challenge for us is more or less the cross-company, cross-industry collaboration, especially when you're thinking about supply chains, and integrating the supply chain so they can actually build sustainable and circular supply chains for enabling the circular economy there. And we have 2 main topics within that lab. The first one is textiles. We still have history of textile production in Vorarlberg and also in Switzerland in parts, and also the food industry and agriculture. We have with the University of St. Gallen. They have an expertise, in providing these kind of food or novel food innovations to the agriculture and also the food production sector there. Here, in brief, are the partners there. As I said before, we have loads of partners there. What you can see, the first column, that is our research partners spread across the 4 countries there. Vorarlberg in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, of course. The partners in the second column here, these are these partners here. These partners, they are directly in the lab, and they are also receiving funding. This means that they can directly, apply for the funding within the lab, and they also get staff or personnel costs to actually implement innovation workshops, for example, but also funding certain applied research projects within our lab. And the last column there is also titled industry partners, but these are more associated partners and which are contributing to the lab in other ways without the really getting funding from the lab there. Next lab there, we have the IoT Sustainability Lab, and this was a bit of a novel idea, let's say, when they applied for the funding. In this lab, we are not the lead partner, but we are a partner there as well. The lead there is in Konstanz with the HTWG they are called, which is a university in on the other side of the Lake Constance there. And there we had a bit of a novel approach where we're saying, okay, this sustainability is a good thought, but more or less, when you're thinking about the IoT devices there, which are produced and constantly increasing here in uptake, and also in this picture, you should see that we have more and more computational devices being used there, but we are not thinking about the recycling and the circularity of those devices. And what they are trying to do is that they are bringing the sustainability back into the recycling, in the upcycling, and the reuse of those IoT devices there. And there's a partner structure there as well. There we have fewer industry partners there, mainly there Robert Bosch. I think you most likely know about them, and maybe also Zumtobel, which Sylvia has mentioned before. They are producing lightning components, and they are also, I think, a valuable partner for us for the research center, for the university, but also in this lab there. And Anta Swiss again in Switzerland there. Lastly, I will briefly talk about Sustainable Mobility Lab. This is my lab. This is the lab that I'm leading here at IaaS4DR and also the consortium, which I can talk a bit more about since I have more knowledge there. As the name would suggest here of the lab, it's about mobility, but I have to say we're talking not just about mobility of people transport, but also we're talking about logistics, so supply chain management. We have a few partners in there, like Gebrüder Weiss, which are logistics service providers. So they are providing the solutions to the manufacturers and the sendees, which are sending goods. But they are also integrating the shippers, which are meaning the people that own, let's say, the lorries and trucks that are on the roads. And there we want to build, let's say, a more like a bottom-up approach. So in the past, let's say, when we did research at our university, and also I think in other places, you had to develop in advance what you want to do for the next 3 or even 4 years. And with this, it was the first time we were actually able to implement this more like a bottom-up approach. So we were saying, okay, we want more projects within the lab, but we want them to be developed during the duration of the lab. So every 6 months or 9 months, we re-evaluate all the projects that we have with ideas from the bottom up, from partners within our lab. Mostly the industry partners, they come to us, they bring their problems, and we then work on them for the next 6 months. This gives us a more agile, let's say, approach towards solving these innovation challenges that we are having there, and less than working on problems which are no longer relevant. So let's say if you are talking about AI now, in 5 years time, maybe, it would be outdated, the topic there, or blockchain was one of these bigger topics. You are working on a blockchain problem there, and 6 or 7 years later, when you're coming to the end of the project that you applied funding for, then it's no longer a relevant topic, and the industry partner is telling you, yeah, that's nice, but you're still doing it because you have to, and no longer because we really need, the output from the project there. We have a number of topics. We have especially, of course, since we are a research center for business in informatics, information systems, and computer science, we have those topics there. Logistics, supply chain management is a big part for us. And also in our partner university network, we have the spatial planning there, spatial planning, development, mobility, research. We have a strong partner in Switzerland for transportation policy, and also with the Zeppelin Universität in Friedrichshafen, which is also a renowned university for these policy topics there. And of course, as we're talking today, strategic innovation, that's a topic that we're talking right now, I think, and also it's the content of IaaS4DR. And yeah, that's also a key, I think, development issue for us within the lab there. And as Silvia said before, yeah, we are located here. I just want to talk briefly, maybe at the end of my presentation, a bit what are the specific challenges. So we're talking about innovation, we've been talking about lab and partnership structures. So I think a bit more hands-on here, so that we can actually see what's going on. These are the 4 countries that I've been talking about. We have small Liechtenstein here, Switzerland, of course, Germany, and Vorarlberg here in the middle. We are located here, and which is then, the Lake Constance here. That's where the reason why we call it the Lake Constance region there. And we have very specific, let's say, or every region thinks that, I think, but very specific challenges with our mobility sector there, and especially when we're talking about the number of kilometers per person traveled per day in urban mobility sectors, and this number is going up there. And I think I've collected a few of the countries there. I don't know whether all countries are present today of this statistic there in the European Union. And I think we are still trying to see the trend there, that these private kilometer spends, which are increased every year. So the citizens are basically demanding, a more stable public transportation system. And if it's the private car, they're demanding that the road network is decent, and they can all do this across the border there. Also, when you're talking about commuters here, for example, as you probably know, Switzerland has higher, or is regarded as a higher income country than Germany and Austria. And there is a certain point to it, of course. And so this means that there are people commuting across the border each and every day. And I try to summarize this in a few numbers there. These are the daily people, which are commuting into, especially this canton in Switzerland here. There's the canton of St. Gallen here, and also into Liechtenstein here, and there's a huge number there. And then if you're seeing the thickness of the areas here, that's the number of people which are traveling to each of these cantons and Bundesländer, as they're called in Germany. And these areas, they're getting smaller and smaller here, and when we're comparing it to people that are going into Switzerland and Liechtenstein, and it's of course a lot bigger here. This here in numbers here again, we're talking about then let's say about this significant amount of number here. Let's say almost 23,000 people, commuting every day here from the border here to the other countries there. Also, maybe briefly there, when you're talking about the spatial planning topic there, we are talking about, then not just having, this commuting problem across the border, but also we need to link our region. And Sylvia in the introduction described us as a rather small rural place, and you could make that argument. And I would say we are less rural now than we used to be. And also the neighboring regions, in Germany, when you're talking about Lindau, let's say, these are still rural regions in comparison, let's say, to Berlin, but they're getting more and more, let's say, urbanized to a certain degree, but still you can make that argument. And if you're making that argument, I think it's important for us to see how we are connected to the rest of the world. let's say in Innsbruck, by many regarded still as a rural city, let's say, but still it is a major center or major connection point for us here in Austria here. Munich, of course, I think you've all heard about of Munich there, and Basel in Zurich there. Zurich is one of the places where we have an airport. So it's an important place to connect to, and I'm happy to say that it's very well connected. As long as you manage to get across the border, it's getting a challenge when you need to cross the border. Otherwise, the train network, when you're talking about public transport, is very well or performing very well in Switzerland, of course. Another story is, I don't know whether we have any Germans here. I've seen Luke, and I think he knows that, so I can say it. If you need to cross the border and take the German rail network to Munich, where you also have an airport, that's a mess. It's a catastrophe to get there. It takes you 3 hours and 4 changes to get to Munich. Then takes another 45 minutes to get to the airport there. And the distance between Zurich and Munich is the same. And in Switzerland, as long as you cross the border, you get into a train and you are directly, stepping out in Zurich airport 1 hour later, or maybe 1.5 hours later. So there is a certain gap there in these mobility sectors there. And I think when we're talking about bringing the innovation there, it's not just about bringing the mobility solutions to us, but I think it's also in a spatial planning way to connecting these rural areas, not just to the major hubs, because there are jobs and there is economic growth, but also connecting it there because there are the major airports there, and which brings you then to the rest of the world. Which is, I think, at least in my opinion, an important thing there, because when you're thinking about if you're living in a city like Berlin, you can get up in the morning, get to the airport, take the plane, and you are in London or Helsinki or wherever you need to go still on the same day. For us, it's always a 3-day trip. You need to get to the airport, travel there. And you need to do this day before your meeting or whatever. And this is still one of the major concerns there. And also, I think we have relatively industry-heavy sector here in Vorarlberg and also in the neighboring Switzerland. Still, from a spatial planning point of view, it's important to bring in these major connections, because it means that we can still, these hidden champions that Sylvia mentioned in the beginning, that we can foster them and also bring their more competences there, and maybe have some new companies there and bring more economic growth, and also maybe the startup sector, which we have, but we consider lacking there. And I maybe just say before I move on, before I stop boring you with spatial planning topics, I just say that there is the canton of St. Gallen. We've seen it in the slide before. There we have the canton of St. Gallen there, and they are considered to be one of the poorer regions within Switzerland, which was also a surprise to me. But still, they have, of course, a larger number of significant and important manufacturers and companies there. And they have something called NRP, which is called Neue Regionalpolitik, New Regional Policy Development. And they are trying to bring investment into the poorer regions, which apparently is St. Gallen. And for us, of course, that's not really the case. It's still Switzerland, and it's still important for commuting and also spatial planning purposes there. Very well, I think I've been over my time, or at least the time slot that Sylvia allotted to me. So I just conclude there maybe with our partner network there. We have a number of universities there, but also like I said, industry partners. ZF, you may know, Gebildeweis Logistics Service Provider. I've been talking before. And also we have Gemeinde Deins, which is a municipality here in Vorarlberg. And also we have, which I think is really important for us in building these innovation networks, is to have associations of companies, you know. Verein Thun, they have, I think, over 30 companies in the association. So it means that we can actually, as a lab with 18 partners, we can still increase our spread in a way that we are bringing the innovation in these industry associations. And so this could potentially, you know, I think it's really important to give this outreach to the ideas and also the innovation capabilities within our network there. And finally, and I think I will leave it there, a few projects that we are doing. These are this bottom-up approach that I've been talking about, where we're trying to bring the needs of the companies within our projects. Each of these projects running from range from 6 to 9 months there. And I won't go into details about all these projects there, but I think you can get a glimpse at least of what we are doing there. Okay, I think that can conclude. I've been just 8 minutes over time. Can conclude here my part, and then we'll hand back to you, Syria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin, for your presentation. Everything's fine from my side for about the time. So if there are any questions, please do not hesitate to ask them now or later as you prefer.
Thank you very much, Sylvia and Martin, for your insightful presentations. As we've got no questions from the audience, I will just maybe use this opportunity, and I will mention it was really a nice demonstration of your strong and large ecosystem and the project under Interreg, as I understood. And I would like to ask whether it was completely funded by the Interreg, or it was also co-funded by the industry or some private sector or something.
No, in this case, it's completely funded by Interreg ABH, der Alpenbodensee Hochrhein. They are a specialty program, you know, for the 3 regions, therefore, with all the challenges that brings, because as you know, Switzerland and Liechtenstein are not members of the European Union, and we do not need the industry funding. On the contrary, the companies are getting funding from Interreg there. So, which can be a bit of a challenge, let's say, because they need to deal with the bureaucracy involved, especially, you know, when they are not really used about how to handle, you know, external expertise and personnel costs and those sort of things. But I think when you teach them how to do it and you have to support them in the process, it can be very rewarding, but they're not paying directly into the lab. I think that's one of the reasons why we were more successful, let's say, in acquiring more partners, because if the industry partners need to bring their funding themselves, that's a possibility. But then I think they're more dictating what they want to do, and then more often than not, they have other motives there as well. So let's say for us as a university in the past, it was more like, okay, they want to find new employees, for example, you know, they want to get students, and that's the reason why they're participating in a research project. And that's, I think, not coming from a good place, because then you're mixing up, you know, what your original goal with the proposed outcomes of a laboratory or research project there. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, I think. And I think also this more innovation based approach, which is more appealing to industry. I think because in the past we were coming from a basic research approach there, saying, okay, we want to invent, let's say, a new alloy or methodology for manufacturing or whatnot. But this time around, I think that's the trend. I think in the past few years or past decade, that the industry is more demanding the innovation part. And because they want to get the innovation, they're more open to participate in these laboratories and associations where they get a mixture of all the things. They get the research part, they maybe get access to students or future employees. They get access to innovation culture there. And these are all the reasons why they participate there. I think, and that's important. Will be important for the future. Unless you're trying to do these high or excellent research centers, and I'm not sure whether we can establish that, especially with the number of professors and research staff that we have here, and also the physical equipment. We can only do this in a niche setting, let's say, for certain topics. We have a micro laboratory, for example, here at AFHV. We have energy research for water pumps and hydropower companies here at our university. I think there we can do the basic research, but in the more IT sector, I think we need to have this innovation-based approach.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you very much for a comprehensive response, and I will gonna ask the audience whether there are some questions to this part of the event, to this presentation. And if not, then thank you very much once again. And I can pass to Henrietta Dan from University Science Park Technikum, from Technical University of Košice, who will present topic or presentation on the topic leveraging innovation spaces. So Henrietta, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Tomasz. Good morning, everyone. Can you see my presentation okay? Thumbs up? Good, great.
Yes, we
brilliant.
can see.
So greetings from Slovakia, from the sunny Košice. Thank you so much for the first brilliant presentation from our colleagues, a very interesting insight to their models. I'm hoping to give you some insight to our little world of the University Science Park Technikum in the next half an hour. Let me can move my slides, which got stuck. We tested it earlier and then it worked, and I knew this is going to happen. Give me a moment. Is it working now? It got unstuck. Yes, brilliant.
Yes.
So great, brilliant. So the University Science Park Technikum, and I will refer to it as a Technikum during the presentation, officially opened its door in October 2017, located in Košice in east of Slovakia. I will give you a bit of a background on our region a bit more later as part of one of the projects. It's really important to mention that the Science Park is owned by the Technical University of Košice. We do not have our own legal entity as yet. And this has been kind of a discussion a number of times, that when do we get to a stage where that's a preferable option. I think what's really important to mention is that at that time of establishing the Science Park in Slovakia, there were very few science parks, and it's not a common kind of platform that has been used. So it was a really big momentum, especially for our region in Slovakia, which is, if you compare it to Bratislava, where the capital is a slightly less developed region. So it was a big momentum for us, and a very proud momentum for us as well. And in terms of the actual building, we have a lovely modern multifunctional smart building with lots of fantastic spaces, including a conference hall that can seat 90 and can be split into two separate rooms. There's a lovely presentation and exhibition center where we host different entities with their innovations. A number of meeting rooms to suit smaller and larger meeting groups. On that second picture on the middle, you can see our recent addition. 2 years ago, we converted a It was just a co-working on the first floor in the building, but I think it's fair to say that this space has become the most successful part of the building in a way of bringing people together in a common space in a more relaxed format. So that's our innovation or chill out zone. The room where Tomáš is sitting now is our telepresence communications center, which again is fantastic when you have a presentation online events such as today's. And we will talk later in my presentation of the actual residents who reside here in our 50 or so office units within the building. In the first part of my presentation, I will be just talking a bit about the purpose. So what was the thinking behind establishing the Science Park and how it's seen? It certainly plays a role as an innovation ecosystem of the technical university. The reason and the thinking behind it was to create a vibrant ecosystem where industry and academia and government can come together in a neutral environment to drive innovation, to address real-world challenges. And I think that certainly has been successful. We have two kind of core areas that we are focusing on. One is supporting tech transfer and innovation, driving innovation. And entrepreneurship is one of the big focus areas, and that's the first bit, and that's kind of my area as well here in the Science Park. So if you don't mind, I would like to start with this to kick off the practical side. No, first of all, I'll just summarize. Yes, we've got a number of services. As I mentioned, that tech transfer, very importantly, includes the IP support as well. We've got a really great IP lawyer who can support researchers should they come across some very interesting research that might be worth commercializing. As I mentioned, we're really here to create win-win partnerships between academia, industry, and public sector organizations. The startup activities I'll introduce in more detail. And we also provide some educational training activities and consultancy services for which there is a need or requirement from industry. So here we go to my so keen to get onto the entrepreneurship since it's been my little world for the last 3 years since I joined the Science Park. The previous kind of founder of the Science Park sort of quickly realized that having an entrepreneurial culture within the university is really important. And at this point, I probably would mention as well, one of the challenges that we face here in East Slovakia, we've got a major brain drain. Students are leaving to neighboring countries, to countries further away. And it was really well recognized that having an entrepreneurial culture within the university could be a mechanism how to anchor and keep our students here in our region, because it certainly gives the university as a modern, vibrant kind of feel, and it allows young students to get involved in innovation activities similarly to other modern, more advanced, well-developed countries. So since 2014, there has been a competition running for students with innovative ideas. They don't even have to have a fully developed business plan. This is really just to capture some great ideas and also capture talented students. Even if the idea that enters in the competition, sometimes we can tell that it's not going to be groundbreaking, but we very sense that there is a really bright student who, with the right support, we can kind of, move forward. Then we are quite sort of, we tend to take them into the program and support them, because after they've gone through the acceleration program, they come out more equipped with knowledge and tools to help them move on to their next idea and hopefully be more successful. So we just completed the 19th round of the idea competition, and Just some figures there. We had only 120 startups, or I would say at this stage, project teams who have gone through the acceleration program. We have we quickly learned that it's really important to have two mechanisms to support students. The first one is the Startup Center, and this is very early stage proof of concept without legal entity, really can be just a student with an idea, student projects. So these are the ones that we support through our acceleration program. And the incubator has been set up for those companies who, having gone through the acceleration program, sometimes in 2 rounds, 2 circles, realize or recognize that there is some commercial potential. They are actually brave enough to set up their own business and legal entity and would like to seriously start developing the startup. And this has been quite, I think, the interesting or successful model because it in one way allows us to train the students, gives them the right skills, and not necessarily always in the first stage we will see a conversion to a successful startup. But as we know, to get the goldfish, we need a big pool and a big pond. So we need to nurture a lot of these students and startup projects in order to get those successful and hopefully in the future a lot more unicorn ones as well. So in terms of the actual program, the startup program, it's a combination of workshops, access to technical expertise, facilities, help with prototyping, and I'll talk in a bit about each of these. In terms of the workshop and boot camps, I think it's fair to say we've got a really nice, strong program with some great lecturers as well. We focus on the traditional topics of business model canvas, value proposition canvas, how to get finance, what sources of finance are available to startups, how to build a successful startup, and similar topics. Although we have the core module set, we are constantly looking to improve the program. So if there is an opportunity to introduce a new workshop or a bootcamp into the program, we certainly do that. And we constantly evaluate how best we can support our startups. Just to give you an example, we've recently been involved in an innovation project where we were looking at how to combine AI and AI tools and skills to support startups and entrepreneurs. And that's the outcome of this project. We pulled in a new workshop into our program as well to, again, a better tool and help our startup community. So that's kind of roughly, we had about 9-10 workshops that the startups go through. And the lovely thing is they really go through this as a community. And that's where we also see the benefit, because they then talk to each other and share the knowledge experience. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And especially in the last cohort, I was really, really keen to see this interaction between them and knowledge sharing. In terms of the mentoring, we certainly mentoring or coaching, I won't go into the differences at this stage, but we've certainly recognized this as a strong element of the startup support, because this one-to-one support has proven very successful. We have people, each startup gets allocated to a mentor who will spend time with them. They can decide by themselves how they set the core goals or achieve their targets. But the great thing is that they can help them open doors, they can help them move forward in their activities. The one thing, because I don't just want to focus on the great things, the one things I would really like to further improve is to have a bigger mentor group, especially with people who have gone through the startup journey and have their own experience of setting up, developing, growing, and successfully, hopefully, exiting a startup as well. So again, I'll just put it out there. If anyone is kind of looking at this area of collaboration, we are really keen to establish a strong network of mentors with pre-existing startup experience. And one thing I would certainly see as a differentiator from other accelerators or incubators is that naturally we are based within the technical university in a fantastic knowledge environment with lots of expertise and lots of facilities. So what we like to do is to help these startups to get access to this expertise and facilities to really speed up the process from an idea to get to a prototype, whether it's a use of a prototyping and innovation center, which we have just behind our building. If it's a hardware startup, naturally we see that's very trendy now to do the apps, because it's lower cost for startups to develop apps. But the great news is you've got a lot of knowledge and expertise through the other laboratories that you can see here mentioned as well, that can really, whether it's just from a simple giving them access to a server or a more complicated, more complex expertise with that comes with the use of the laboratory as well. To do is give some invite some successful startups from the region, or we can further afield as well, so they can share and motivate, share their story, motivate them. And again, we always ask them to not just talk about the good and great things, but also share their challenges, how they manage to overcome these challenges, because that's for us again really important, that the students tend to kind of give up at the first hurdle that comes their way. And as we know, the startup journey is full of ups and downs, and it's really important that they kind of get the motivation and strengths from these successful startups who kind of reiterate to them that yes, don't give up at the first hurdle. You will learn from every kind of overcoming every challenge, and you will grow from all these experiences. And there's no shortage of networking opportunities. And as you can see, whilst it all looks like a lot of fun, through these networking opportunities, we are also teaching the students how to communicate their ideas, because we often found that whilst they can be really great at communicating the technical solution, but they're not as great in taking it back to a few steps and sell their idea to a person who might not have the technical knowledge or background. So these opportunities, whether it's with industry, whether it's with some other partners, will always help in a general way to kind of give exposure to these startups. And they really appreciate the opportunity to meet some industry people that they can not just validate, but perhaps validate their ideas, that they might even then come to some joint activities or trials that the industries have to give them a kind of a good to validate that through their solutions. So plenty of these networking opportunities, and we've seen some fantastic examples of successful collaborations coming out from these accidental bumping into each other, or a bit more relaxed conversation over a cup of coffee. Now, in terms of generating some deal flow for the competition and making sure we've got lots of good ideas coming into the competition, we also get involved in hackathons. I pulled out an example from 2022, which was a joint initiative. And I love this example because it really have brought together industry partners, public sector organizations, so that we're looking for solutions to improve solutions for the city of Košice. How can we improve mobility within Košice? So there was that citizen engagement as well. And I think it was a fantastic example of how our ecosystem can work together to a common goal and to improve our day-to-day lives here in Košice. And we do get involved in lots of different activities. Some of these are supporting technology transfer. For example, the top student final thesis competition, which we do in collaboration with Deutsche Telekom IT Solutions, where students can submit their final thesis in case they believe it has some commercial potential. And there are 4 categories they can enter their ideas into. And it's always a really nice the prize giving is a very nice presentation event at the end of the season, and it has been kind kind of caught by the eyes of the media as well and well communicated, because as we said, we really need to increase these new innovative solutions here in Slovakia to help grow our region. We also get involved in kind of more charity events as well, or events that benefit for the society. So working with the hospitals, local hospitals, we facilitate or host blood donation events. We celebrated a few weeks ago the National Earth Day, where we had over 200 students from different schools coming to our building and raising awareness of the various challenges that we can help solve together. And we also host a number of events where we are trying to raise awareness of the opportunities for young talent to get involved in the innovation ecosystem that we offer here at the Technical University. So just to give you a feel of our kind of little community, these are the residents, and the collaborations are not limited to these tenants. I just wanted to kind of really give you a flavor of the lovely mix, and I think hopefully my colleagues confirm it as well, that we have a really great mix of cluster organizations and associations, joint R&D centers, some of the project offices that drive innovative projects, our startup community naturally, and our own staff. So give you a few examples briefly, and then we'll look in more detail to some of the projects. But we host, in terms of the cluster organizations, IT Valley Košice and AmCham has been a really strong player. They've both been really brilliant in terms of connecting us to industry. IT Valley has a membership of over 80 organizations. Here in Košice, it's a really strong cluster. Due to all the large corporates that have located their offices here. The American Chamber of Commerce, for example, has been fantastic in bringing together our community with their activities focused on improving life here in the east of Slovakia. And recently they have kind of created a program of activities or looking at specific challenges that need to be solved, including that before mentioned brain drain, and lots of other important topics as well. So they've been fantastic in terms of bringing the community together and looking at solutions, how we can make our region better and more attractive for talent. I've already included the regional office of the Slovak Chamber of Commerce there. They are coming in a month's time or so, because we have so many joint activities as well that they recognize that they would really like to be under our roof and part of our community. So that will be another great addition to our lovely community. In January this year, we established or set up the East Slovak Space Cluster, the Technical University being a founding member. And the cluster actually has its registered address here in the Technicum and the Science Park. I'll talk about that in a bit more detail later. Just outside the door of the office where I sit is a great example of a joint R&D center, EP Innovation Center. It's an international R&D center established by the Technical University of Košice and a company called EP Commodities, part of the EPH Energy Group. And the center focuses on advancing artificial intelligence and data science research in energy and commodity supply and trading. So they're looking to innovate in modeling, analysis, forecasting within the energy sector. And they bring already some great examples. And the mixture of the staff is always really interesting, because EPC is provided their experts from the head office in London, and they are mixing and working together with the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, one of TUKE's largest faculty, specifically with the Department of Cybernetics and Artificial Intelligence. Another kind of example is the Slovak Battery Alliance, which is also a member of the European Battery Alliance. They are really looking at strategies and innovations to improve the value chain in battery usage. Again, a great addition, and they have a nice international link as well. You can see the logos of some of our startups there, C-Labs, Aponi, Polsawork, and I'll also mention the female algorithm organization. They came to our building looking for office space, and I don't think at that stage we realized the potential for future collaborations. They create lots of initiatives to support women with IT skills. So they do a lot of educational activities, from young girls to women returning to work after a period of maternity leave, or simply people who just want to re-qualify themselves and want to kind of be up to date with the fast-moving world of IT technologies. And this having them in the building have also kind of opened up doors for us to do joint projects where diversity and inclusion plays a vital role. And again, they've been a great addition. About a month ago, we had over 300 young girls coming from lots of secondary schools coming here, so we can kind of give them the opportunities to study here at the technical university, to see our innovation environment, to see the opportunities to get involved in startups. And again, that hopefully kind of just shows you the power and the strength of some of these interactions with our tenants. I'll mention just briefly the Ulysses European University. We host the project office of the Ulysses European University here in our building. And again, that's it's an alliance of 8 universities, which TUCA is an active part of. Again, it has just opened up some fantastic new opportunities, whether it's to get involved in joint innovation projects or joint opportunities that open up the world for our students at the technical university. And in the next part of my presentation, I will focus on some specific examples. So I'll mention the Enterprise Europe Network, which is one of our projects that we host here at the Technicom. I don't know how well aware you are, but hopefully you are, because it is a European initiative. It's the largest global network supporting small and medium-sized businesses with ambition to grow internationally. They have a presence in over 50 countries, which again is a fantastic way to open up doors for our local businesses. And they've experienced over 15 years supporting SMEs with accessing new markets or jointly developing some innovative products. We are currently focusing, due to our technology areas as well, to digitalization, sustainability, and resilience. So this is also a nice way of us working together on building bridges with industry. And one of our largest projects at the moment is the European Digital Innovation Hub Kasovion. Hopefully, again, some of you are aware of the EDIC network, which is of over 200 organizations, or a network of 200 EDICs established within the Digital Europe program. The main focus of this project is to accelerate digital transformation of small and medium-sized businesses, and also, very importantly, the public sector. This is certainly something that in our region is well needed, because our companies are kind of slightly behind of the competition. So the project is actually helping to give that competitive advantage to our local businesses. And I won't even go to detail with our public sector and how much they need to get to the digital route and road to make sure that our citizens can benefit from a great infrastructure. What I would say is also slightly unique in this EDIC Kasovion is the consortia that it's made from. So the Technical University is the lead partner, joined by the other university in Košice, the University of Pavel Josef Šafarik, and as you've already seen the logo before, IT Valley Košice brings in the industry connection. Why this project is so important to us is, and I mentioned on my first slide that one of the core missions of Technicum is to support technology transfer. I'll jump on to back here first, is that through this project we saw the potential to really help connect the various laboratories and expertise within the faculties to industry. And I'll show you an example of how we've done that as well. But in terms of that background, again, why is it so important, the digitalization in our region and the strategic location as well? You can see some numbers on our population, and similarly to what was mentioned in another presentation, it's been a very kind of traditional automotive manufacturing, heavy manufacturing industry in our region. Until recently, where obviously we had a lot of investment coming in from IT companies. But our location with our neighbors, as you said, it's quite challenging because we are a bit further away from the capital. And in Slovakia, there are 5 European digital innovation hubs, but only one, ours in Kasovium, is located to support the region of East Slovakia. So this puts a lot more pressure on the success and how we deliver and support our region locally. In terms of the technology focus, again, it kind of reflects the expertise between the 2 universities and the IT Valley Košice as well. So AI, Industry 4.5 and cybersecurity are the core technology areas that we focus on. And the actual sectors, again, reflecting our expertise and knowledge, are engineering, energy sector, construction, I mentioned already public administration, and IT. Now I'll go back to that sort of thought of the tech transfer potential of this project and why we felt this is really important that we get involved. Thanks to this project, we finally managed to collect all the laboratories, or created a portfolio of all the services that are available within not just our university, but the neighboring university, the University Pavel Josef Šafárik. And we found that there are over 300, staggering 300 service proposals that we received from within the faculties that potentially could be provided in some way to industry. Now we had to kind of streamline it, so we kind of finalized a portfolio, a library of 177 services that are listed on the website of the EDIC Kasovium. Again, I don't want to give an impression that when a business wants some support that they have to troll through the list of 177 services. No, that's not how it works. We have some lovely advisors who, having done an initial diagnostics with the company and getting to know them, help them identify those relevant support services from within the faculties. But what it has really, really allowed, the faculty members are now keen to kind of get visible to industry as well using this service. And whilst we had some kind of challenges with the European funding to get going initially, now we are in a stage that we are actively receiving requests from industry to work together with academia, and it hopefully will really improve and help overcome that initial kind of blocker for a small business who might see the university just as a provider of education to students, but might not be aware of the fantastic testing and testing facilities, laboratories that could be potentially be useful to be used by them and reduce their costs of having to purchase such an equipment or expertise, or perhaps having to go to a different country to develop and validate their product. And one example, I just picked one example here. Let me just move this table away. So one case study, and you can see the full video as well on YouTube, is a collaboration between a company, traditional manufacturing company, IPC Refractories, a company that develops and manufactures refractory materials, precast parts, and auxiliary materials for steel production. What they've done is they worked with the Faculty of Materials, Metallurgy and Recycling, and specifically one of their labs, to do some mathematical modeling of the flow of steel in a cast to achieve the highest possible purity of the steel, its physical and chemical homogeneity. But the important thing for them is that they managed to shorten the development phase, which was really kind of coming from their customers. They had a short development time if they wanted to do this, help this client, and it also shortened the production time. So it hugely helped them to reduce their cost, help improve their development phase, and also become more competitive compared to other companies who work in this kind of quite traditional industry as well. And we are now seeing more and more of these case studies coming out from the project. And if you are more interested, then obviously please do have a look at the Cassovium website as well, where we can see those. And a quick mention of cross-sectoral collaboration. I mentioned earlier the East Slovak Space Cluster, and why was it something that we kind of decided to get involved in? The university here has 9 faculties, similarly the number of faculties at the University of Pavel Josef Šafárik. And space is a fantastic sector. It's a global rising kind of in terms of growth rate constantly, so it's not been affected by the recent kind of market changes. But what it does, it's really multi-sectoral. So it opens up opportunities for traditional manufacturing companies. It opens up opportunities for people who are involved in programming, software engineering. It requires new innovation for material science. And I could go on. It really is broad, but what it also does, it's really, really attractive for young students, because space is kind of cool. Everybody likes playing with rockets, but what we're trying to show is that you don't have to just be a rocket science or a rocket engineer to get involved in this globally trendy sector. But if you like programming, if you like developing some new material solutions, there is an opportunity for everyone to get involved. And you can see the logos of the founding members, but we are now looking to build our database or our membership to help local space organizations to make the best of the opportunities that exist here in the region, but also globally. And a good example of our first event in February, which was, I think, also the first ever European Space Agency event here in Slovakia, was a joint event between our neighbors, Hungary, and the Technical University of Košice. It was a fantastic opportunity to show what expertise is here within Slovakia, which got presented in Hungary, but also the second day our Hungarian counterparts came along to visit here. And being on a university, in a university environment, we also added a lovely kind of career fair for the students to see the potential that space can offer them in lots of different ways. So hopefully that's another great example of a cross-sectoral collaboration. And just to conclude my presentation, hopefully having listened to the examples I've shown and provided, you agree with us that we have a lovely, vibrant community here in the University Science Park Technicum. We do open our doors to our regional community as well, whether it's from nurseries, private schools, nurseries, primary schools, secondary schools, our community cluster organizations, and jointly, hopefully, we are helping to build and develop a great East Slovak region together. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Henrietta, for your nice presentation. Are there any questions from the row of audience? I will ask you, despite that, I will ask you, Henrietta, because you have mentioned their startup program, and I would like to ask whether this startup program is open or it is to closed ecosystem of Technical University of Košice, or it is open also to the potential applicants from across Europe.
Thank you. Brilliant question, Tomasz. So it's certainly not closed to the students of the Technical University. We are open to people from our region, from anywhere from Slovakia. We also looking at now kind of opening up doors from other European students. In many cases, it's, for example, students studying here at TUKE for a certain period. So we are developing the program in English as well to make sure we can support these students as well. And where we've seen a great potential is when these foreign students come together with our students and start working together, because it helps our students, but also helps the knowledge sharing that what comes out of it tends to be brilliant.
So this is quite important maybe for the people who are listening or watching us that maybe people or people from their ecosystems can also apply or use this infrastructure we have there at TUKE.
Absolutely. And if I can sort of pitch in as well, what I'd really like to further develop is, because whilst we have a very strong program for the early stage startups, what we are still lacking here, and I would certainly enjoy a joint project with somebody to develop this, is a growth program. So help these startups to scale and move to that next level. So we've already kind of explored a few avenues to do that. But if any of the partners today or any of the attendees today are interested or working in this area or would want to do some collaboration, I would be certainly really interested to hear from them.
Thank you very much for your answer, Henrietta. And are there any questions? The last chance, okay. Then I suggest let's pause here for a 5-minute break. We are somewhere in the middle of the event, and we'll continue in a few minutes with our next speaker, Tjaša Ružić. So take this opportunity as, I don't know, stretch your legs or grab your coffee, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. We will continue at 10:30. Okay? Thank you very much so far. Okay, we are back after the short break. I hope you use it in a good way. And Tiasha, sorry for interrupting your sharing your presentation, but if you can, please share your presentation again. And actually, I'm giving you floor. This is Tiasha Ružić from Pomorje Technology Park, and her presentation will be on the topic of boosting innovation via soft landing and new R&D infrastructures. So, yeah, you have plenty of time. So, one.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yes, it works properly. So, please go
I will
on.
start. Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tiasha, and I'm thrilled to see you all here today. I have been part of the Pomorje Technology Park for 8 years, and I'm a project manager on various programs. So far, I have covered more areas of digitalization and internationalization. I'm thrilled to present P2P, a hub dedicated to fostering innovation and supporting business growth. Today, we will briefly introduce P2P and our infrastructure, explore the client journey for our tenants, and discuss our soft landing strategy for international expansion. I'll also highlight successful collaborations with companies Abecor Binzel and 3DS, and unveil our future plans for our new infrastructure with new services on the field of research and development center. Our goal today is to provide you with a clear understanding of how P2P can be a valuable partner in your success. Just a second. Okay, working. We believe that by fostering collaboration, providing access to cutting-edge resources, and offering tailored support, we can help businesses achieve their full potential. This slide gives you a quick overview of who we are and what we do. Established in 2003, we operate as a limited company with non-profit status. We are owned by 3 municipalities, Municipality Murska Sobota, Ljutomer, and Odranci, which allow us to serve as a central hub for the region. Our operations are project-oriented and financially independent, and we are classified as a private entity. This structure allows us to be flexible and responsive to the needs of our partners and also our clients. Our focus is on research and development, and we are registered with the Slovenian Research Agency. We are the only technology park in Slovenia that provides support to small and medium-sized manufacturing enterprises or SMEs. We are also recognized as a digital innovation hub for smart manufacturing in the European DIG catalog. And we have strong international connections and extensive experience with European projects involving cooperation with 26 countries. We are part of the Slovenian Center for the Circular Economy and are establishing the B2 Green Hub platform, which will not only be a platform but a digital and green tech ecosystem for digitalization and their circular economy. Pomorje P2P has engaged in over 60 international projects in the past decade, highlighting our ability to manage complex collaborations and deliver value. With an average project value of 2 million, we demonstrate a significant investment in innovation and our partnerships is in 26 countries, allowing us to utilize expertise and the resources, improving our projects. This extensive experience strengthened P2P's role as a leader in the regional innovation ecosystem. We are a vital center for technological development and innovation, dedicated to promoting business growth and connecting businesses with research institutions and other stakeholders. Now let's look at the physical infrastructure that supports the P2P. We offer a wide range of business office and production spaces tailored to the diverse needs of modern business startups. We have two primary locations, location in Murska Sobota and Ljutomer. As you can see in the picture, our Murska Sobota location includes a mix of 9 office spaces and 9 production spaces. These spaces are specifically designed to accommodate businesses with both an administrative and manufacturing needs. We also offer flexible arrangements, allowing companies to customize their spaces to meet their specific business requirements. Our Ljutomer location, also pictured here on the right, offers dedicated office spaces. This location is ideal for businesses that require a professional environment but don't need on-site production facilities. Its strategic location improves accessibility for regional business creators, making it a convenient hub for collaboration and growth. In summary, our infrastructure is designed to provide a supportive and adaptable environment for businesses of all sizes and stages of growth. We strive to offer the resources and flexibility that business founders need to thrive. At P2P, we are committed to supporting our tenants in many ways, so particularly during their initial phase of establishing their presence here. One of the significant benefits we offer is a reduction in rent for the first year of the lease. This financial support provides companies with more flexibility and resources to invest in their growth without the added pressure of high overhead costs. In addition to this reduced rent, we assist our tenants in applying for the national tender published annually by the municipality of Murska Sobota. This tender is designed to cover part of the rent costs, further easing financial burdens and providing much needed boost during their crucial early stages of their operations. By offering these supports, we aim to lower the cost of doing business in our facility, making it easier for innovators and business creators to focus on what they do best. More than just a physical space, our goal is to foster a vibrant community of business owners, researchers, and innovators. We believe that bringing together various talents and ideas, we can create an environment where knowledge and experience are freely exchanged. To facilitate this, we organize free workshops and events that encourage networking and collaboration among our tenants, providing them with opportunities to connect and share their insights. We are continuously seeking synergies between P2P and the innovators who choose to collaborate with us. By working together, we can harness the collective expertise and creativity of our community, finally driving innovation and success for all involved. Given our region's size, collaboration is key. we actively engaged in a regional collaboration through a consortium partnership, including with Pomurje Chamber of Commerce and Murska Sobota Development Center to maximize resources and also impact. We share infrastructure with our partners to conduct workshops and events, reducing costs through resource sharing. And furthermore, PTP cooperates closely with the universities and the research centers, enabling effective knowledge transfer and bringing innovations into practice. At PTP, we understand that every prospective tenant has unique requirements and objectives. That's why we initiate comprehensive evaluation to uncover their specific needs and explore potential opportunities for collaboration. This is not just a formality, it's a fundamental step in ensuring that we align our resources effectively with the aspirations of our tenants. Once we establish initial contact, we engaged in detailed questionnaire session with the business owner. This interactive discussion is designed to go beyond simple data collection. Through thoughtful conversation, we assess their needs for various services we offer, while also identifying ways their expertise and equipment can complement our project content. This symbiotic relationship fosters an environmental of mutual support and innovation. If a tenant expresses the need for mentoring from our team, we take this commitment seriously. To formalize our partnership, we establish a cooperation agreement. This agreement serves as a framework for collaboration, ensuring both parties are aligned in their goals and responsibilities. By tailoring our approach to each company's individual needs, we lay the foundation, the way for successful partnership that not only support the growth of the businesses involved, but also improve the value of the projects we undertake together. I'm excited to present the new business model at PTP, featuring 3 tailored packages for business owners at different stages. Firstly, our package for first-time business owners aims to reduce the risk of failure by offering comprehensive services, including business setup, assistance, mentorship from seasoned professionals, access to resources and networks. This supportive environment empowers new business owners to succeed from the start. Next, the experienced business owners package focuses on optimizing processes and expanding market reach. It includes business process optimization, market analysis, entry to advanced technologies, and also networking opportunities for collaborative growth. Lastly, we support researchers and technological innovators with global potential, helping them transition from research to market. This package includes specialized support in commercialization, market entry strategies, intellectual property protection, and access to funding opportunities. We believe that with the right support at each stage, business owners can thrive and contribute to the economic landscape in a meaningful way. In our mission to support businesses, we take pride in the offering proven technology solutions to optimize production processes and connect companies with experts across Europe. Our goal is to help companies achieve faster results and sustainable competitive advantages. For manufacturing companies, we begin with the free status analysis to assess current processes and provide tailored optimization proposals. We identify technological improvements to improve efficiency, support the creation and implementation of new solutions and help secure financing for technology investments. We also connect manufacturers with technology partners for valuable expertise. And for technology service providers, our network connects them with European manufacturing companies, fostering collaborations. We assist in testing and validating their solutions to meet industry standards and help secure financing for new technology implementation. Our tailored market entry strategies address their unique challenges, promoting international networking opportunities to expand their reach and influence. About soft landing strategy at P2P, we recognize the challenges that companies face when entering foreign markets or collaborating with international partners. To support them on this journey, we provide what we call a soft landing, a framework designed to facilitate a smooth transition and integration into a broader international environment. So let's explore some key elements for this support that help businesses thrive globally. First, we focus on transnational collaboration. P2P actively creates opportunities for companies to connect with foreign businesses. Through these connections, enterprises can engage in the exchange of ideas, knowledge, and best practices, fostering innovation and growth. This collaborative atmosphere encourages partnerships that can lead to exciting new possibilities and ventures in diverse markets. Next, we provide meeting rooms equipped with everything necessary for a productive meeting environment. These spaces allow companies to organize business discussions, workshops, or strategy sessions without the burden of incurring additional costs for their own facilities. By providing these resources, we ensure that businesses can focus on what truly matters, their discussions and decision-making, without being obstructed by logistical challenges. Moreover, P2P serves as a crucial bridge connecting companies with international experts. Through our extensive network, we help companies assess specialists from various fields who can offer valuable insights and guidance. Whether it's addressing specific challenges, developing innovative ideas, or exploring new business opportunities, our connections help businesses navigate their international journeys more effectively. To effectively implement our soft landing strategy for companies looking to expand internationally or collaborate with global partners, P2P follows a structured approach, including several key steps. P2P begins the process by carefully evaluating the specific requirements and goals of the company intending to spend. This assessment is conducted through a comprehensive questionnaire, as mentioned earlier. By understanding their unique challenges and aspirations, we can tailor our support effectively. Based on the needs identified in the assessment, we offer customized supportive services. This includes business consultations that provide strategic planning tailored to the company's objectives. This personalized approach ensures that companies receive the guidance they need to navigate new markets effectively. So we also provide companies with access to essential resources, including meeting rooms, office space, and technology infrastructure. This support is vital as it simplifies daily business operations without adding unnecessary burdens. Having the right infrastructure in place allows companies to focus on their core activities during their expansion process. Understanding the importance of connections in today's business world, P2P organizes networking events and workshops. These events offer companies the opportunity to meet potential international partners and connect with other local businesses. Such interactions can lead to productive collaborations and expand their reach in new markets. So I will now show you two case studies with our tenants. I would like to highlight the achievement of company Abicor Binzel, a standout example of innovation in this industrial sector. Company utilizes advanced digital and data-driven technologies to improve industrial processes, positioning itself as a leader in industrial digitalization. A key aspect of company's offerings is the integration of cutting-edge analytics and monitoring systems, which provide valuable insights to improve efficiency and productivity. They utilize the latest welding technologies, including advanced plasma cutters and collaborative robots like Cobot, essential for optimizing production and ensuring quality. Abicor Binzel also features a well-equipped demo center showcasing their diverse technological equipment. This space allows clients and partners to engage with the technology through live demonstration and testing, and also facilitating informed decision-making and ensuring effective adoption in various projects. Next, I would like to discuss the powerful synergy that exists between the P2P and Abicor Binzel, particularly through the valuable resources of the demo center. This collaboration strengthens both organizations, improving innovation and service delivery. The demo center plays a crucial role by allowing Abicor Binzel to showcase its state-of-the-art technology while providing potential clients and partners the chance to explore these innovations firsthand. Visitors engage directly with the Abicor Binzel cutting-edge equipment, gaining insights into its capabilities and applications. What sets this collaboration apart is the demo center's dynamic nature as a platform for idea exchange. This equipped space fosters exceptional opportunities for innovation, enhancing project success and driving significant advancement for both organizations and their stakeholders. Now, the second case study, the company specializes in advanced 3D printing solutions for various industries, focusing on rapid prototyping, low volume production, and custom manufacturing to meet unique demands. At P2P, we strive to identify synergies with our innovative tenants. As part of our initiatives, we have invested in specific equipment now utilized by 3DS, improving their operational capabilities and strengthening our collaboration in developing project content and innovative solutions. So this equipment is essential to our partnership with 3DS, facilitating joint development that optimizes processes and improves efficiency. Our collaborative approach streamlines production and generates mutually beneficial outcomes. Additionally, the company features an impressive demo center where clients and partners can interact with advanced 3D printing equipment live. This setup allows visitors to engage with the technology and gain real-time insights into how 3D solutions can address their specific needs, generating innovative ideas that improve the joint development center. So the collaboration between the company and P2P has been crucial to 3DS success. P2P provides the necessary infrastructure and supports for 3DS to develop and commercialize innovative technologies. We offer mentoring services that help 3Ds navigate product development challenges, expand business networks, and engage with potential clients locally and internationally. Additionally, PTP provides funding opportunities and grants that strengthen 3Ds capacity to innovative and rapidly evolving industry. In return, 3Ds, along with company Abicor Binzel, enriches PTP ecosystem by participating in knowledge sharing initiatives and mentoring emerging companies. And this collaborative environment promotes peer-to-peer learning and strengthens the culture of innovation, creating a vibrant hub where companies can thrive and tackle complex challenges in the technology sector. As we look to the future, PTP has exciting plans in place to further improve our capabilities and services. We aim to build new infrastructure that will support the continuous growth of our operations. This ambition project is designed to establish a state-of-art research and development center equipped with cutting-edge technology and resources tailored for advanced services. This new infrastructure would not only allow us to expand our range of offerings, but also provide us with the necessary tools to implement innovative solutions that meet the evolving needs of our tenants and partners. By investing in this growth, we strengthen our commitment to fostering innovation and collaboration within our ecosystem. We envision a dynamic environment where cutting-edge research can flourish, ultimately driving the progress of technology and supporting businesses in their quest for growth and success. So here you can see our planned new infrastructure. So in this infrastructure will also be laboratories. So now we will see. We plan an exciting development is the establishment of a laboratory for environmental biochemistry, which will address environmental challenges through specialized services. We will offer environmental sample analysis, testing samples of water, soil, air, and biological samples to detect and quantify toxins that may risk ecosystems and human health. Using advanced techniques like chromatography and mass spectrometry, we will provide accurate data essential for informed decision-making. Additionally, the laboratory will focus on biochemical monitoring of environmental systems, studying the effects of harmful substances on biochemical cycles and monitoring biodegradation in various ecosystems. These insights will help mitigate harm and promote sustainable practices. Lastly, we will conduct environmental impact assessments to evaluate the effects of industrial processes, waste disposal, and chemical releases on the environment. By assessing these factors, we assist organizations in understanding their ecological footprint and encourage more environmentally responsible practices. The second laboratory, the laboratory for 3D scanning and reverse engineering, will offer cutting-edge solutions for various industries, improving innovation and efficiency. We will provide 3D scanning services that deliver precise detailed scanning to exactly capture the dimensions and features of objects, essential for industries that require high fidelity in product analysis. Our 3D printing services will utilize high-quality printers and various materials, also enabling clients to efficiently transform concepts into tangible products whether for prototyping or functional parts. The laboratory will also specialize in identifying materials, offering detailed analysis to help businesses make informed decisions about product quality and compatibility for specific applications, ensuring compliance with necessary standards. Finally, our expertise in reverse engineering will allow us to recreate 3D models and CAD designs from physical objects, enabling companies to update or improve products swiftly without starting from scratch. Last, another important component of our future offer will be our focus on process design and simulation. Our experts specialize in developing and simulating chemical, biochemical, and physical processes to optimize efficiency, safety, and cost effectiveness. By using advanced modeling techniques, we can predict process behavior under different conditions and identify improvements before implementation. We will also offer pilot plant testing and scale-up services, which involve real-world testing under controlled conditions to ensure processes function as expected when scaled up. This phase focuses on troubleshooting and refining settings, validating the practicality of scaling operations and confirming effective translation into production. Additionally, our capabilities will include analytical and material testing, where we conduct through analysis of raw materials, intermediates, and final products to ensure compliance with specified standards. Utilizing techniques such as chromatography, spectroscopy, and microscopy, our laboratory will assess the composition, purity, and performance of materials, ensuring they meet industry benchmarks and regulatory requirements. So this is about our planned new infrastructure. Thank you all for your time, and I hope this presentation has provided you with a clear understanding what we do and our commitment to innovation. We are excited about the possibilities for future collaboration and partnership. And also, if you have any further questions or would like to discuss your specific needs, just please don't hesitate to reach out to us by email or call us or whatever. Just contact us and we can collaborate.
Thank you very much, Tjasa. Sorry, you can continue.
No, if you have any questions, just ask me.
Yeah. So thank you once again for presenting the portfolio and successes of your technology park. It was insightful and interesting, and maybe if I can ask one question, I've seen there on one of the slides that you had there listed that you also provide financing of innovative solutions or exactly for new tech implementations. Is it your own budget or are you just supporting those
No,
applicants?
we are just supporting them. We help them to with national tenders or international tenders. Not exactly from us. We just help them with application form and so on.
This is also important because from my experience, SMEs are not well oriented in this world of grants, let's say.
No, they need help from us from very beginning to finish.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any questions? Other questions except of mine?
May I?
Yes, of course.
Hey, hi.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I'm curious to a little bit explain, Tasha, sorry, Zini. that service, like matching with a company outside of Slovenia. How you doing? I mean, okay, see your example, company in the technology and some robotics. But actually, when they develop some prototype and they want to establish some cooperation and the trading with someone, how you doing? I mean, who provide you, okay, how you find a partner internationally? Except I saw that you have a, space to present in your center, but there is any other support? This is one question. Second, mostly of those companies a mature company because probably they have some sort of sustainability, or they are small company or startup who are trying to develop. If they are startup who trying to get support, how they secure surviving in the period of acceleration process, or because I suppose I don't know, all these services is for free or you're charging something, or so a little bit explain that.
We are
just international support.
With international support, we are currently developing 2 platforms. One is BT Green Hub platform, which will be platform for collaboration between solution providers and solution seekers. And we collaborate with them. We connect them together. So that's one platform. Second one is user acceptance model, which is also for manufacturing companies. So we have contacts there, and we connect them with transnationally, internationally with other companies or with other partners if they like to collaborate. So we have a big international, I don't know how to say it, and we help them to connect. We help them with grants. We support them with application form and so on, and we support them with mentoring services from the start to finish.
Supporting to prepare some project proposals or to apply for something.
Yeah, also that, and also with a lot of different strategies or a market strategy, communication strategy. I don't know what they need. Where is their weak point? We also in first meeting we go through questionnaire and we then see what they need, and then we mentoring them about that and prepare them for go to foreign markets maybe, or connect them with other partners who have services like we don't have. If we don't have, we can connect with you maybe, or with some other solution provider or solution seeker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And may I also complimentary ask, do you have enough of capacities for, or basically, are you supporting those companies with writing the grants, or only consulting?
No, we are only consulting, but we are also discussing that we will applying for other companies. This is the future plans that our director wants to follow. So we will also apply for other companies.
Okay, because it looks to you probably efficient.
Yeah, this is our core business, our projects, and so.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your experience. Thank you, Tasha.
Thank you.
And let's step up to the last speaker of today's event. It is Boldizsár Köncöl from M Lab Digital Innovation Hub, Pannon Business Network, from Pannon Business Network, with the topic of SIF IaaS400, the training system for Industry 4.0. So, Boldizsár, the floor is yours. You can share your presentation and you can start.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
In presentation mode too, or?
Not in presentation mode. We can see the menu and everything around it.
Okay, I have to. Now, you should see in presentation mode.
Yeah, now it's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today I would like to present you our SMC C400 Industry 4.0 Teaching and Learning Factory, and just some short review about me. I'm graduated in computer science in 2020, and I started working at PBN during my MSc, and I graduated my MSc in 2022 in digital factory specialization, and that's why I'm responsible for coordinating the developments and the ongoing improvements of this teaching and factory line, the SMC C400 production line. In the meantime, I also work with robot programming, focusing on industrial applications. I worked in 3D modeling because we have several augmented reality applications where they needed help, and I also had experience with them. The C400, it's a production line, especially for universities, research labs, and it's from SMC, the Spanish SMC. SMC, meanwhile, is a Japanese company. This C400 is the top level teaching and learning smart factory of the SMC. It simulates a highly automated smart factory. It represents Industry 4.0 technologies like network communications, protocols, manufacturing execution systems, and so on. We choose this because it's a connected and an open system. So we contacted several manufacturers, and SMC was the one who gave us a full open system with source code, with any kind of modification. We can do any kind of modification on the system we want. The system is also plug and play, flexible and modular. You will see it in my presentation. It has a manufacturing execution system, a management software, and it has industrial Internet of Things capabilities. We also built some applications with these. So just a short video of how the production line works. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We tried to demonstrate it as demonstrate the most important parts, but you will see some other videos with additional technologies. So the CIF400 is a complex module built with up to nowadays to 15 modules, but our line is a 5-module assembly line. So this represents the plug and play option of this line. So our exact line is C401, 402, 405, 407, 406. And this exact 5-module assembly line is specialized to assembly, a product assembly simulation. Each module could operate separately, and this is the first one, the C401. This is a pallet and container feeding station. This station feeds the containers and pallets to the system. These small blue pallets are the main part of this system because it has an RFID chip inside them. And these chips are for identification and traceability. So we can track wherever the product in the production, in the manufacturing, and identify the product order ID or the product type. We exactly have two types of containers, canisters, cylindrical, it's round, and quadrangular or square canisters. We are in close collaboration with SMC, and we were one of the first customers who bought this C400 system, and we experienced some problems with exactly the cylindrical containers, and that's why we created an AI a machine vision system. We teach the system that how should these cylindrical containers stand, and this was good, and we showed them how these cylindrical canisters are fallen. These were the bad pictures. It was important because the system was not capable to always place the cylindrical canisters in standing position, and we attached a casual IP camera with an ESP32 and just a microservo. And this microservo stopped the whole production line if the cylindrical canisters weren't standing. And the IP camera took a picture, sent it to a powerful PC. The convolutional neural network determined if it's a good or a bad product, and then it responded to the ESP. The ESP could play sound, light up LEDs, and we should align the cylindrical canisters if it was bad. But nowadays, they managed to ignore this problem because they improved the system with a ring, so the problem is nowadays gone. After that, the second station, we go to the container filling station. Our special station is a solid filling station because the system is capable to fill liquids too. We have three kinds of materials. These are just small red, blue, and yellow balls. The system could work mostly automated, but we sometimes have to interact with the system. For example, in the quality measurement, the system could check if the filled amount of the material is inside the upper and the lower limit, but if it's over or under the lower the limits, then we should check manually the products. These products are just for demonstration, for research purposes. We do not really selling or doing anything special with these small balls. And the system could also mix these balls. So a product could be 1 color, 2 color, 3 color in 3 different kind of weights. And we are also measuring the quality at this station with height. You know, because the square canisters has static parameters. The cylindrical canisters also has a static parameters. What is also always different is the height of the filled balls. And this is how the system could determine the weight from the height with the velocity. The next station is a SIF405. So we are skipping the skip 403 and skip 404 because the SIF403 is a liquid filling station. The SIF404 is a unique product packaging station. But the system's layout is plug and play, and that's why we can skip to the capping station. And the assembly line's third module is the capping station. So this station is just places a corresponding cap, which is fitting the exact containers. There are 2 types of caps, cylindrical and quadrangular. And here we have an Omron machine vision camera. It's a standard industrial camera, which is verifying the correct fitting. This is checking the edges if a cap is fitting perfectly. The main difference between these industrial kind of edge AI or machine vision cameras and the first one's convolutional neural network is between the amount of pictures needed to determine if this product is good or not. The first solution, our convolutional neural network, needed 200 good and 200 bad pictures to learn which is good, which is bad, and it needed a powerful PC to do it in a short amount of time. Meanwhile, this machine vision camera is specially created for this exact job, and this only need 10 or 12 pictures to determine if the fitting is good or not. So this is a main difference between these 2 kind of machine visions. But the machine vision camera costs more. The convolutional network and the exact determination needs knowledge and a lot of time. The SIF406 is a container warehouse station. This acts as a warehouse. In the warehouse, we can place finished or semi-finished products. This station, we work together with students from the USA, from Notre Dame University. They created a unique warehousing manager algorithm where we can determine where to place the exact product. We can determine trends. We can say this product could only be used in 2 days. So, and these warehouse, these vertical warehouses are have positions with short reaching time and long reaching time. So if the arm could reach the product quickly, then the product and the product is trending, so it should be placed close to the arm. If it's not trending because it's a Christmas present, and now in May, so we will place it on the top and to the end of the warehouse because we don't need it now. Yeah, and the warehouse allows the containers to be introduced, extracted, and moved internally according to the needs to the process. This is the built-in function of the system, but additional algorithm could be added for the placement. With the station is capable to, because this is the fourth station in the physical layout, but logically this could be the last station, the fifth, or this could be the first station if we want to just place an expedition order and manufacture the product only from the warehouse and dispatch it in the last station. So the last station is a container labeling and dispatching station. It has two functions. We print QR code labels and stickers to the exact products. These QR codes are for standard identification of the order numbers, the product type, and we can check if there were any problems with the products during the manufacturing. So were the quality programs, how much time did it spend on any kind of stations? And the second function is dispatching the correctly finished products. Before the dispatching, via a machine vision camera is checking the QR codes. This camera is just checking if the QR code is readable or not. And yeah, it's check if it's there or not there. We also attached a smart camera to this station, to the top of the station, and the smart camera is calculating if the products could be reached by a robotic arm. And if it is reachable, then calculates the exact coordinates where the robot should go and pick up the round or square canisters, and then the robot could remove the cap and fill it to the next additional module. It's a recycling module, but do not run too much forward because as I said, the whole system is fully automated. It has a manufacturing execution system, the MES. This is where we create and manage the orders, assign them to customers, monitor the stocks, launch production, and so on. The whole system is important because, as I said before, we are in close collaboration with SMC. They could come here and bring engineers to teach their newest technologies to them. So they can teach here, and we can also show their products to anyone who just comes in and is interested in these topics. As I said, we created some additional applications, and our first application is the SMC AR application. This was one of our first tries, and it was so successful, and SMC ordered it from us, and now they are selling these exact manufacturing lines, the C400, and they also have lower level manufacturing lines, and they are also selling these lines, those lines with our SMC AR application. This is just a real-time data visualization software in augmented reality. So we created similar QR markers like in the middle of the screen. And if you place your mobile phone on the marker, then real-time data is visualized for the exact module in augmented reality, and we created this with the use of Unity, with OPC UA protocol, and this is a kind of rapid data data visualization, because you do not need to log in. This is good for example, visitors. If I give some instructions to someone who is not really an expert in the machine, then he or she could also show the visitor that, okay, this is a machine and these are the data which is available. And now I can see that that we are on this picture exactly. We run out of the pallets of the first feeder and so on. We also have another software which is called Manifest. It's a digital tutorial, a digital guide to use software. Now the software started in Microsoft HoloLens and HoloLens 2, but nowadays it's mostly works on iPads, but HoloLens is still supported. So if we place HoloLens or Apple Vision Pro or any kind of mixed reality glass on anyone, or augmented reality glass on anyone who has zero experience with the machine, and we load the tutorial on the guide for them, then they could operate the machine without any training, because this guide is 100% accurate. And if the instructions are followed, then the machine could often be operated without any trainer or helper, just the glasses. This exact software is used by the American military, the Hungarian military for machine maintenance, but in Hungary control they are in scheduled maintenance, and sometimes they are in a bad schedule, and the maintenance job is not the first repairman's job. Then it takes a lot of time between two maintenance, and the repairman could forget the instructions, and he just puts up the glasses, and these glasses help to do not skip any step of the maintenance. This software is also used in Paks, which is in Hungary, this is the main power source, the nuclear power department of the power plant of Hungary. And there are also, the software is also used there exactly for the maintenance. And with the software, they could create photos as evidences, or read some sensor values, because this is the nuclear power plants are the most dangerous kind of in a nuclear power plant. The most dangerous situations could happen. I think everyone knows that. And as I said before, at the last station, a robot could pick the finished products up and remove the caps from the products and feeds them into a feeder, fills them into a feeder, which could sort the balls, because if we sort these are just small 2mm balls, and if we have to sort them manually, it takes a lot of time, and that's why we designed a recycling module. And if we designed it, we created also a digital twin of it. So before we before we built the exact station, we created a digital twin and checked if this could work. We created simulations. We created at first we created a theoretical background with equations and so on, and then we created the 3D simulation, the 3D models, and everything works. So we created the physical machine too, and nowadays it is working with 100% accuracy, so we do not need to sort the balls manually. Another short video of how this digital twin works. So as you could see, this digital twin is not forgotten, because digital twins are only used before the physical machine is there, but we try to use it after too. So the interaction between the digital and the physical machine is still alive. So if someone takes up the mixed reality glass anywhere in the world, they could increase the speed, start the sorting, and so on. We often take these glasses out to exhibitions and place a web camera in order to show that, oh yeah, you started the machine, and people love it. So, and another video of the whole system in work. Okay, so I think that's all from me. If you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask them.
Thank you very much, Boldishar, for your presentation. It was splendid and quite outstanding on the side of technical. I don't know how to say it ways, but I would like to ask whether this equipment you have just presented is also accessible to the transnational stakeholders or not, and if so, for under which conditions. And I suppose, as I understood, is also possible to remotely control, or it is fully remote.
There was a project where we wanted to connect 3 different kind of teaching and learning factories. One was in Portugal, one was in Czech, and we tried to connect them somehow vertically. So, but the station was so different. Ours is ball feeder. One other is a kind of robotic station, but and another is a kind of RC car assembly line or something like this. We tried to connect them, but if someone has any kind of idea how to connect with our station, it is possible. Yeah, we are open to collaborate with
perfect
with anyone. Yeah,
that's great to know. Thank you, and I would like to give the floor to the people who may have ask and questions. So please ask your questions if you have them.
Yeah, and one more thing is came into my mind. We also provided the data for students from our production line in order to work them, to analyze it, to learn something for their final thesis or any kind of project idea.
So it's a kind of a living lab, we can say, because it's interacting with different kind of stakeholders, including the students, including industry and society. So let's call it maybe.
Yes, we are trying our best.
Yeah, perfect. So if there are no other questions, then thank you very much, Boldishar, once again for your nice presentation.
Thank you.
Thanks to all the presenters today. Also, it was, for my opinion, it was a quite valuable time spent with you. And just to conclude it somehow, so I would like to mention that today's event was the pre-final session of the core trainings. Core trainings are a series of half-day webinars focused on essential innovation services such as consulting, HR, funding, research, and market analysis. So the upcoming training number 9 will be in May and will conclude this foundational part. And starting in June, we will transition to the advanced trainings. So some kind of upscaling, going deeper into the topics. Those will be full sessions offering deep dive into specialized topics such as technology transfer, incubation programs, mentoring, or living labs. And all the content developed through these trainings will contribute to the core of a new digital learning platform designed specifically for innovation support providers. And this open access platform will be launched already in by the end of the year, so expected in late autumn this year, and will offer curated materials and tools and recordings from both core and advanced sessions. We will inform you regarding all the mentioned activities, so stay tuned. Looking forward to the next sessions with you, and for now, just have a great rest of the day. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.